Here's some shit your father should have taught you about Disney World. Let me go ahead and save you a little bit of money. Listen, kids are expensive as shit. Lose one or two of them. It'll save you like 30 grand a year. Before you ever even think about coming to the parks, buy all the toys and souvenirs you know for a fact the kids are gonna want off Amazon for like 1/3 of the price. For example, the Mickey bubble blowers that they sell all over the park, or the character themed Mickey ears. Just buy a shit ton of them, but don't tell the kids you have them. And when you're in the park, grab some of these empty plastic bags, and whenever kids ask for certain toys throughout the day, take an empty bag, fill it with a previously bought toy, and give it to them as if you bought it at the park. And in all honesty, the best souvenirs are the ones you get for free. A little fun game is trying to collect all the 3D glasses colors. Obviously, eat a nice big breakfast before you go in. Don't be a fucking asshole. Because the average meal here is like $20. Yes, you can bring any food that you want from the outside. For example, I have a half gallon of white crayon strawberry, chicken tender pub sub, chips, goldfish, apple juices, because you know everybody loves that shit. But make sure to leave room for the turkey legs, because them bitches are gas. Disney stopped selling those novelty refillable plastic cups, but they do have these paper cups that you can refill as much as you want, even though they're not really promoted as that. So just use it till it falls apart. Or you could have someone on Etsy make you a cup using this design. Unlimited refills for real. And trust, the cast members won't say shit. They do not get respected enough to really care.
This wouldn't work for a plethora of reasons, but the main one is that there's an RFID chip in the bottom of the cups.
Gosh, someone's looking a little goofy. And you can get these for free pretty much at any place that sells drinks just by asking for a cup of water to wash your hands or some shit like that. Do not waste your money getting the pictures from the Disney photographers that are all over the park. Can you do me a favor and record something for me for like 2 seconds? I make videos on like the internet and stuff.
Cool.
If you ask really, really nicely, they'll usually do it with your phone instead. Each park holds well over 100,000 people, so the parking lots are absolutely massive. So as soon as you get out your car, you're gonna wanna send yourself your current location because you will lose your shit. And walking around for an hour in the parking lot looking for your car is not fun after a whole day at Disney. Trust, you're gonna wanna die. The shit you need to go grab at first aid upon arrival at your park. Tylenol, chafing cream, specialty band-aids that are made for your feet whenever you get blisters and shit. And some extra bags, completely free. They also have like chapstick and other shit like that. This is barrier cream. You're gonna rub a little bit on your inner thigh and it's gonna prevent you from chafing and getting all raw down there. We got Tylenol for any headaches and pain throughout your body. Pro tip, take the pain meds before the pain even fucking starts. Because you do not want to be sitting in the middle of a park with a migraine for 2 hours waiting for this to kick in. So halfway through your day, maybe around 2 o'clock, pop 2 of them whether you're in pain or not. That'll just help prevent it from ever even happening. Now let's talk about blisters. You got a couple options. To prevent them, bring an extra pair of shoes or slides, because if you wear the same exact shoes every single day, all day, your feet are going to fall off the bone. The chafing cream I talked about earlier also works really well. You notice that your shoes are rubbing your feet in a weird way and you think it's going to cause a blister? Just rub a little bit in the area that you feel it and it'll stop it from happening. But if your feet already have blisters on them, here's how you can get rid of them. All you need is a tray or a bowl of some sort that your foot will fit into. Fill it up with some really warm water. Buy some Epsom salt on Amazon. Put about a quarter cup's worth in the water, and then let your foot soak in the water for around 15 to 30 minutes. By the next morning, skin should be kind of hard, but you won't really feel it. By the end of that day, your foot should be perfectly back to normal. All the first aids in all the Disney parks have fully registered nurses on staff. So if you or your kids need some serious attention, they'll be able to take care of you here in one of their fully equipped nursing rooms. Little update, I've never owned a pair of Crocs in my entire life. These shits right here are a fucking cheat code. Been at Disney for 3 days now, blisters and all, and I don't think I have ever felt more comfortable in a fucking shoe in my entire life. Leave the parks during the fireworks or whatever the end of day show is at the park that you're at, because you can watch most of them from the parking lot anyway, and you really want to skip that end of day rush. Trust me, the traffic will ruin your entire life if you try to wait for that fireworks show. Not to mention that some of the best views of the fireworks is on the monorail, which is the little train that takes you to the parking lot or from park to park. And since we're talking about the monorail, all of these people are waiting for the express monorail at the main monorail entrance of Disney World. Instead, you're gonna go to the resort monorail, which is completely empty and nobody fucking comes here ever. And it's the exact same train that goes to the exact same stop, except you have to stop at the resorts. You might have to be on the monorail for an extra 2 minutes or so, but you know, it's worth it when you want to get off your fucking feet right now. Even in the happiest place on earth, I'm still gonna be a fucking asshole. Dumbass rule that Disney has is you can't bring in portable chairs for some reason, but you can bring in strollers. And even if you don't have kids, you can rent out one of the Disney strollers for $32 a day. That way you can carry all the shit and souvenirs that you don't want to, and it'll guarantee you have somewhere to sit and eat anywhere in the park. For all you parents that are like, oh, but that's gonna take all the strollers that we need. For one, these shits are dirty as fuck and they kind of suck ass. Not to mention this shit is uncomfortable as hell and your kids deserve better. I also just learned that the cast members have this little secret code for all the guests they think are fucking shitty, but there's one in particular and it's pretty much their equivalent of telling you to go fuck yourself. Instead of saying have a wonderful day or have an amazing day in the most overly polite voice possible, they'll say have a magical day. But you can use this to your advantage too. If there's ever a cast member that's pissing you off, right before you walk away in the most polite voice you can possibly muster, tell them have a magical day. I promise they're gonna feel that shit in their fucking soul. Another little fun fact is the canines that are on the outside of the park are only there to smell weapons and bombs and shit like that. So technically, you can bring anything that you want into the park, just make sure you don't get caught if you try to use it. When you're in the parking lot, if you're somebody trying to find their car with their alarm, just honk your horn in the same tune as their alarm is going. Usually you're gonna hear wah, 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 so you're gonna honk just to throw them off.